I had a boyfriend in Oak Forest, Artie Simon. I saw him once 40 years later. We looked the same, only more wrinkles. When I was 14, I dyed my hair. And now I think back and see that even then my mom was lenient. Then it was a big event, whereas today everyone dyes their hair. I used that Egyptian henna, that reddish stuff, like burnt sienna, not burnt sienna, like sienna. And I had lovely sandy reddish hair. And the dye went on the white towels and did not come out. My mother was in good voice that time. I took art in high school, and Mrs. Marie Hungar, Hunga, Hungar was the teacher. She asked each of us to make a piece of jewelry, and I made a lady's pin. It was brass. It was in the shape of an artist's palette with the thumb hole and little indentations for the paints. And I made a brush, 2 brushes, and put it across the thing there. Gosh, I was so proud of it. It was beautiful. It really was. I think I had a talent in that. That was the only thing I ever made. Somehow it's lost. All that moving around in the early years. You know, it's easy to lose things. And then I had Benny. Oh, handsome Benny. He lived in Frankfurt, and he gave me a ring before he went into the service. I think I was 14, but who cared? I was independent. I was ready to leave the house. And mature, maybe you'd call it willful, and I was supposed to wait for him. He even asked his best friend, Wally Niederinghaus, to take care of me. Wrong way to go. Wrong way to go. Anyway, I sent the ring back to Benny. Also, I had fringe benefits with Wally. He was older. He was 19. He owned a car, and the car's horn played, Mary had a little lamb, and I could hear it coming 2 blocks away. Then, too, his mother and father owned the roller skating business in Sanger Hall, and I got in free. Things went along for almost 2 years with Wally, until my mother, the detective again, and Dad found out that Wally had been borrowing money from me. $5 here, $5 there, and it was something like $80 total. But back in those days, it was quite a sizable amount. My mom and Dad went to talk to Wally's mother and father. Oh gosh, that was the end of Wally and me. I would have loved to know what they all said. My dad had a few bottles of wine under the stairs, and I took a bottle upstairs and drank some to soothe my pain. And then I went skating with Junie. Junie had to hold on to me for an hour. I was dizzy from the wine to start, and then from skating in a circle. I put the wine bottle back the next day and never said a word about it. Ma and Dad must have wondered why the bottle was half full, but they never said a word either. And I crabbed for a while, banging stuff here and banging stuff there. But I knew my folks were serious about this, and I let it go. So be it. I really, really, really loved roller skating. It was an obsession with me. I went 3 times a week. I had white skates with pom-poms on the toes. I had a skate box with a mirror inside. And they would skate, and then they'd play games, too. They played a game called Lotto. The floor was worked like with squares. And when the music stopped, you skated for a square, like musical chairs. Once I won a pin. It was in the shape of a roller skate, and it was made of mother of pearl. And it had gold wire rolled around it. Oh, God, I treasured it, and somehow I lost it. I am still sad to this day about losing that pin. I just loved it. I'm always looking down to find things. I did find a lot, and I still find a lot, but not the skate pin. It's gone. I still stick my finger in the telephone coin return slot and find coins. And I bend over and pick up pennies. We used to skate in pairs in a large circle, and when the whistle blew, the man would go forward to the next girl, and that way you got to skate with every guy and talk and flirt. When they danced, I was out there. Not good, but trying. You had to be able to skate backwards, and lots of kids couldn't do that.